Everyone, Double P here. So, what I want to do for my Platinum X Power Option Trader members is I want to do a little bit of a tutorial here, a little bit of a training. So, it's not so much an end of the day trading recap. Um, there's a couple of things I want you to look at. Right now, we're at November 23rd, and the market is becoming very I'd say it's reaching a very critical point where one of two things is going to happen. So this is a little bit of a tutorial here for you. I want you to kind of look at what's going on. I'm going to go at this with the ES mini first, or start with the ES. And then you're going to see what's happening here. So if you look at this, how would you map this out? Or how would you volatility map this? Or how would you trade this? What would you be looking for? So there's a couple of things I'm going to teach you today. One of the things I'm going to look at teaching you is support and resistance. So I come over here and I get the drawing tool out. And this is the map out support and resistance. So support and resistance really is what it says. It's where the resistance, the high points, where it's the support, low points. So I'll just do this really quickly, and then we can kind of tighten it up. And I'm just going back on a 9-month, 1-day chart so you can see it. So I'm on a daily. So what I'm kind of looking for is I'm looking for kind of cluster points. Points where you can look for some trap doors and some entry points. Because this is what algorithms do. Algorithms look for resistance. They look for support. Algorithms have what's called memory in their programs. So they have built-in gravity points where when they reach a certain spot, when they hit it, they are going to either break through it to the upside or break down to the downside. So I just look for cluster points or points where there's congestion or where there are points of where there's consolidation. So you can see where algorithms have bounced. And it's usually within a range. Okay. Now, if you want me to volatility map this out using the rectangle tool, I can do that too. So let's use the rectangle tool so we can see. So you can actually start to see consolidation, stair stepping, stair stepping to the downside, consolidation, And you'll see where we are today. So resistance, resistance that was support, resistance that was support, resistance that was support, support. And this is just the last 9 months. If you want, we can go back a whole year just so that you can see what's going on for the whole entire year. Which doesn't really matter. Because you can still see the same pattern. So let's have a look at this. Look at what the algorithms are doing. Staircase up, staircase down, staircase up, staircase down, staircase up, or escalator up, escalator down, escalator down, consolidation, escalator down, escalator up, escalator down. You see the patterns that are forming up? This is algorithms, right? I do this because this is an algorithmic product. This isn't retail investors. Who's got $4,000 to trade in retail? This is algorithms. This is institution. This is hedge fund. This is all smart money. This is all gauging and hedging off risk, right? More so algorithm, right? So look at what's happening here. So what I want to show you is where we are right about now, which is right here, right? Now, if you wanted me to draw something that you might be a little bit more familiar with, I mean, I could put a couple things on the board here. I could put down Fibonacci retracements. So we can go from Fibonacci retracements to the absolute high, which is 4808. And what I'll do is I'll actually tighten it up after I draw from the low to the high. So let's come over here. Let's edit. 4808. 25. Won't be precision about this. 3502. Watch and see something that is very, 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 I wouldn't say it's not a coincidence, it's very predictable. This is the way the market is run. The market is run by machines. So let's have a look at this. Where's the 50%? Right? Here's the 50%. The ES, right? Has it hit the 50% retracement level yet? Well, it's broken through 38.2. It's broken through, 23.6, 38.2, which is where we are right now. To get up here to the 50%, where are we looking at? 41.55 is going to be some extreme resistance, which is what you see right here, right? So this is just me right here drawing support and resistance by eye and by hand, that I'm pretty deadly accurate at what I do. And this one says here 41.74, right? You can see it right here. What I draw was 41.74.67. The Fibonacci is 50%. Well, where's Fibonacci at? 41.55. So, I mean, that's neither here nor there about splitting hairs, but this is some serious resistance that the ES product is going to be coming up to test. Now, before it tests that level, where else is it going to go? Well, as you see it right now, this is the next level where it's got a breach, and that is 40, 50, 69, right? So what happens in this area right here? You're going to see some consolidation here. You're going to see some resistance here. This is the consolidation right here, as you see it. We're in a range right here. Some from 39.65 up to 40.50, right? There's some, it's going to bust through. If it busts through here, then it's got to work its way to the 50%. If it doesn't bust through here, then it's going to work itself back down and stay in this range at the lower end of this box, which is 39.23, right? So if you're not trading this product is just a gauge where the overall marketplace is going to be. Now, let me switch to something that's probably a little bit, let me break out here pivot points for you so that you can see just how accurate these algorithms are. And let me come in here and change this because I want to show you the S3 is support, S2 is support, S1 is support, R3, R2, R1 is resistance, resistance, resistance. So 3 levels of resistance. I want to show you 3 levels of resistance and 3 levels of support so that you can actually see what's going on with these pivot points as well. So if we open this up all the way, so let's open that up and then let's look at these pivot points right here. And we're also looking at Fibonacci, right? So let's look. R3, R2, R1. Right now we're right at the pivot point, which is that dot right there. S1, S2, S3 right there. We're literally on this dot right here for this pivot point, which is the actual pivot point. So, and this is a spinning top. So let me open that up so that you see it. This is a spinning top after a breakout. Well, not necessarily a breakout. Let's have a look at the candle here formation. So we have 2 white soldiers right here. And we have a spinning top. What's a spinning top? It's a candle of indecision, right? Doesn't quite know what it wants to do. Let's come over here to the SPY so that you can see the SPY on the year. So what let me do this for you. Let's do Fibonacci because I'm going to do this really quick because this will make it a little bit easier. And what I'll do is I'll just edit everything. 479, 98. And don't worry about the dates so much. We don't have to worry about the dates. It's more price action. 348.11. Because I want to show you what's going on with this market so that you can get yourself ready and get yourself prepared. Where's the 50%? 50% is right there, retracement, 414.05. Where do we have resistance? Resistance is right here. So let me open this up for you. So resistance, where we are right here. So this is today. So this is the pivot point right here, which is where we are, right at the pivot point. Resistance is right here. Resistance right here. And resistance is right here. Let's look at those levels. That resistance is 408.79, 405.17, and 403.81. So where we are in this situation is if you understand the markets, you'll understand what's going on. Look at the up and down pattern. So let me clear the board here. Let me remove the drawing set. Let me get rid of pivot points because you just saw it. Let's come over here so that you see support and resistance, because I like doing it like this as well. That's about right. Excuse me there, still got this Rona, gotta shake it off. So without drawing a rectangle, you can see the patterns that are forming. So what I wanted to show you are the channels, because now you're gonna see something where we are right here with the channel. What are these algorithms doing? There's your channel. There's your channel right here. So there's your slope where the algorithm is clearly trading. You can see it right here. Escalator up, down, but it's trading in that tight channel. This is horizontal resistance right there. So you see what's happening is we're hitting on horizontal resistance, but we're still in the channel. So this thing could either break either way. We're looking at this is going up. We're looking at this going down. We're looking at some consolidation right here. But this is going to be very, very, very informative for you to be able to make sure and understand and know that something is coming. The market, the volatility in the marketplace has been sucked out. Let me show you. The VIX is at literally one of the lowest prints this year, at almost the lowest print this year. Right? There's the channel. There's a channel right there for the VIX. So when volatility gets sucked out of the marketplace and there is a channel that is, or a wedge that is starting to form, let me show you what the wedge looks like. Let me get rid of the channel. There's your wedge. This is what's happening with the marketplace right now. And you can do this with the E. You can do this with the ES as well. So you see what's happening where we are, where I'm not a prognosticator, of course, but I'm going to tell you right now, when volatility has been sucked out of the marketplace and we're in a slope and a channel and we're driving into a wedge, one of two things are going to happen, and the VIX is collapsing. When volatility is contracting and the marketplace is in this type of a formation, one or two things are going to happen. It's either when we reach an apex, we explode to the upside, we explode to the downside. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. Sorry there. What's that happens when you have a bunch of kids there. So one or two things are going to happen. Either we're going to, and I'm not, like I said, this is more of a training tutorial for you to show you. It's either we're going to the upside, we're going to the downside. Here's the wedge that's forming right here. It's a very tight wedge, as you can see, because volatility has just been crushed and sucked out of the marketplace. You see the consolidation right there. So one of the things going to happen. So I just want you guys and girls in the Platinum X Power Option Trader group to get ready, because this is going to be some explosive movements either to the upside or downside. Could we trade in a channel for a little bit longer? Possibly. We're at a point of resistance right here that's either going to get a breakout, or we're going to hit this and we're going to come down, or we're going to trade in a box and keep trading until, you know, that's what we're looking at as far as trading in that wedge. So you've seen everything. You've seen me use Fibonacci. You've seen me use the box for volatility, a price action. You've seen me use support and resistance, the channel tool. Like, it doesn't matter how you slice it up. This is something that's big, that's coming. And this has been a while in the making, because as you can see right here, when this all started forming, literally around probably September, I'd say, that this is going to be a very, 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 well, you know, we're in a recession. We've been in a recession all year. So it's just a matter of time now of what's going to be happening for the end of the year. So get yourself braced, get yourself prepared. This is Double P over and out. I just want to give you a trading tutorial. This is more of what I see happening in the marketplace, and you can do this yourself, and you'll see for yourself what's happening. This is very dicey. Now, you want to go to a 3 month, we can go to a 3 month. It doesn't really matter. Longer time frames, you'll be able to see exactly what's happening. So you'll be able to have a better gauge of what's going on. But we could drop down to a 3 month chart, and I mean, it's the exact same thing. It doesn't really matter, right? You see that wedge. You see that wedge that's forming. So very interesting. And you see the volume has been just dropping off a cliff, right? Volatility and volume has been dropping. So it's a move that's coming, upside or downside. So you guys get prepared and watch what's going on. Oh, Double P over now. Take care, everybody.